So hi, here's the finished boiler. I made a stand for it with little fluted columns and a layer of ceramic fibre insulation around it, which I've then covered in aluminium sheet, which I rolled in my rolling machine, and then brass bands to hold it all together. All the fittings are back in place. I don't know how steam tight they are now. I'll just have to give it a try, so I'm going to fire up the boiler in a minute in my shed here because it's a rainy day, I mean workshop, and may as well run the engine on it as well, see how it goes, see how it performs differently with the insulation. Well, it's starting to look like a proper little steam plant, this. Well, give or take many hours of work I suppose still to come, but I've got it firing up. Insulated boiler with the little oscillator engine firing up on my favourite burner at the moment, the Punjabi pressure blaster kerosene pressure stove. So it's just a question of waiting now to see how it all goes. I'm hoping I don't have to redo any of the bushes, but it's very possible that I might. You know how it goes. I'll come back on when it's getting a bit closer to steam raising time. Exciting times. Not a lot of room in this tiny garden shed workshop, and I have to be pretty eager to find storage space for everything because everything is full. I don't really like steaming a boiler inside the shop either because of rust, but today needs must, it's a bit blowy. The boiler's certainly heating up. I can feel quite a lot of heat through the aluminium skin. The pressure gauge hasn't shifted yet, it's been a little while. Now I'm worrying, of course, is the pressure gauge blocked since I replaced it, but time will tell. I'm not timing anything, I've never timed anything, it's very subjective for me, and there's no big rush. What I do find is that once the needle starts to climb, it starts to climb quite quickly. But at the moment, it's still on the peg, I think, as far as I can see. Yep. Patience. Well, I've got some action on the pressure gauge now. It's up to about nearly 25 psi, so that's good. It means that the pressure gauge has got a clear steam passage to it. The little bit of steam coming out of the top of the blow-off valve there, so all good. The only discernible leak really is a very slight leak around the blower valve, which is nothing to get too excited about. I might just redo that connection, we'll see how it goes. It's negligible, I think. So, just wait for pressure to build and then run the engine, hopefully. Yeah, the blower valve will definitely need to be redone because there is a bit of steam coming out there. Not as much as is coming out of the safety valve right now, so it's not a big deal, but it might as well be right. Apart from that, I can't see any other leaks anywhere. We're climbing up now towards 50 psi, and when I get there I'm going to open the valve and run the engine, and then see how slowly I can run it and how long I can run it for. That'll be fun. There we go. It's running pretty slowly. Happy with that. Now one of the things will be how much pressure I can hold. That's going to be one of the factors that determines how effective this insulation is. I'll leave it there for now. So that gauge is sitting quite steadily at about 22 psi, and the engine's ticking over quite slowly for a small oscillator, and that seems to be better than it was before because it used to drop way down as soon as I started the engine, whereas sitting there at about 22 is, to me, seems quite good. However, it is inside the shed protected from wind, so that might make a difference. Anyway, I think it's pretty good. We'll see how long it goes for. Well, The pressure gauge has now climbed up to about 30 psi again. It's been going for 15 minutes. By judicious use of the blower, which I find helps pull that kerosene flame up into the tubes, and by topping up with extra water, yeah, I've done that too, need to do a bit more now, and by controlling the throttle, I don't see any reason why I couldn't keep this going all afternoon, so I think I can call it a success. Very pleasant. See you later.